I can no longer remain silent about this. There is something about Thomas Edison that has been hidden from you, something that challenges everything we know about science and technology. The genius behind the electric light bulb and the phonograph was obsessed with a project that few people know about, an experiment so bold that it could change our understanding of life and death. Did you know that Edison tried to build a phone to talk to the dead? Yes, that's right. A device capable of communicating with those who have already passed away. But why was this invention never disclosed? What happened to the records of this experiment? Stay with me until the end, because I am going to reveal an experience that simply has no explanation, something that defies logic and could forever change the way you see the world. Now tell me, where are you watching this video from? Comment below. The spirit phone, truth or fiction? During his lifetime, Thomas Edison was a man driven by science and innovation. But what few people know is that, in addition to his inventions that revolutionized the world, he was also interested in something that many consider impossible: communication with the dead. In the early 20th century, Edison mentioned in some interviews that he was working on a device capable of capturing signals from the beyond. This project became known as the spirit phone and was supposedly created to establish direct contact with those who had already passed away. In a rare interview given in 1920, Edison stated, "If our personality survives death, then it must retain its memory, intellect, and other faculties. If this is true, and if we can develop an instrument so delicate that it can be affected by this personality, we should have some means of communication with the beyond." And this statement caused great controversy at the time. After all, was Edison really trying to build a phone for the dead, or was it all just speculation? Some historians believe that the inventor secretly tested prototypes of this device, but for some reason, his research disappeared without a trace. Why was this project never completed? Did he actually manage to establish contact with the other side, or did hidden forces prevent this invention from coming to light? What happened to the mysterious spirit phone remains one of the greatest enigmas in the history of science. Secret experiments and lost documents. Thomas Edison was one of the greatest scientists and inventors in history, but there is a dark and little-known side to his journey. Reports indicate that Edison conducted secret experiments that were never disclosed to the public. For years, it has been speculated that he carried out mysterious tests to prove the existence of life after death. Some researchers claim that documents containing details about these experiments disappeared without explanation, leading many to believe that they were deliberately hidden. One of the most intriguing rumors involves a lost notebook in which Edison supposedly recorded his attempts to build the spirit phone. This notebook was never found, and some theories suggest that major institutions suppressed the research to avoid a profound impact on society. Furthermore, there are reports that Edison held meetings with scientists and mediums of the time to exchange information about paranormal phenomena. Some say he managed to establish some form of contact with the beyond, but that these discoveries were silenced by hidden interests. Why did these documents disappear? Could it be that Edison went further than we imagine? What really happened to his research on contacting the spirit world? We may never have all the answers, but the few traces that remain suggest that Edison knew something that they didn't want humanity to discover. The rivalry with Tesla, science versus spirituality. The rivalry between Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla is one of the most well-known in the history of science. But beyond the disputes over electricity and inventions, there was a much less discussed aspect: their beliefs about unexplained phenomena and the unknown. Edison was a man of science, but over the years he developed an unexpected interest in spiritualism. He believed that consciousness could survive death and even worked on the Spirit Phone project, a device that, according to him, would allow communication with those who had passed away. On the other hand, Tesla saw the world very differently. He believed that everything in the universe could be explained through energy, vibration, and frequency. There are reports that Tesla experimented with electromagnetic fields and radiation to understand invisible dimensions, but unlike Edison, he rejected the idea of a spiritual world as something supernatural. To Tesla, everything was science, just not yet understood. Despite their opposing views, there are indications that Tesla and Edison discussed unexplained phenomena. Some theories suggest that Tesla ridiculed the idea of the spirit phone, while Edison believed he was on the verge of a revolutionary discovery. Was there a real dispute about this? Did Edison know something that Tesla couldn't explain? Or was Tesla so ahead of his time that he saw another path to understanding the unknown? The fact is that both geniuses were obsessed with exploring the invisible mysteries of the universe, but they followed completely different paths. What did each of them really discover? Hidden messages in their patents and inventions. Thomas Edison was a meticulous man. His inventions were recorded in hundreds of patents, and every detail was carefully documented. But what if some of those patents contained hidden messages? Some theories suggest that Edison left subtle clues about his interest in spiritualism within his own projects. Historical documents show that he dedicated himself to various inventions aimed at capturing and amplifying sound and electromagnetic waves. Exactly the kind of technology that could be used to try to pick up signals from beyond. One of the most mysterious patents is related to his work with voice recording. Some researchers believe that Edison was experimenting with ways to record not just the voices of the living, but also those of invisible entities. There are reports that he tested devices capable of capturing frequencies inaudible to the human ear, raising the suspicion that he was trying to record spiritual messages. Beyond the patents, little-known letters indicate that Edison maintained private conversations with mediums and occult researchers. In one of his correspondences, he mentions the possibility that beings from another plane could influence scientific experiments. Why did Edison never openly reveal these details? Did he achieve some results and was silenced, or did he hide his discoveries within his inventions so they could be found in the future? His records, carefully preserved over time, still hold secrets that few dare to investigate. Why does no one talk about this? Why does no one talk about the hidden side of Thomas Edison? Why has the story of his interest in spiritualism and his attempts to communicate with the beyond never been widely publicized? The truth is that this part of his life challenges everything we know about science, history, and religion. Edison was one of the greatest inventors of all time, but by exploring the field of spiritualism and attempting to create a device to talk to the dead, he entered dangerous and misunderstood territory. Did he find something he was not supposed to discover? There are strong indications that over the years, powerful interests actively worked to keep this story hidden. The major scientific institutions of the time, perhaps fearing the impact of such discoveries on society, could have silenced Edison and his experiments. Why would an invention capable of proving that life after death exists be concealed? What is the real fear behind this? The answer is simple. This truth could shake the foundations of science and religion as we know them. Edison was at the forefront of technology, but his studies on spiritualism might have challenged the very essence of human existence. Now, more than a century later, we are starting to ask, did Edison really make contact with the beyond? Or was his discovery erased from history? What do you think? Why do you believe these mysteries remain buried to this day? The story you just discovered is only the tip of the iceberg. Thomas Edison, the man who illuminated the world with his inventions, was also on the verge of revealing a secret that could forever change our understanding of life, death, and the afterlife. But why did he, perhaps the greatest inventor of all time, have to hide these discoveries? What else did he know? This story needs to be told. We can no longer ignore what Edison was truly trying to reveal. And what if what he found challenges everything we believe about the spiritual world? What if, behind his inventions, there was something far greater that we were never allowed to understand? Now, I want to hear your opinion. Do you think Edison discovered the key to communicating with the beyond? Or was he silenced by greater forces? Comment below and share this video so that more people can uncover this hidden story. Let's unravel the mysteries that have been concealed for so long together.